Hi guys, this is Kim from best-acupuncture.com, and I help you maintain your mental, emotional, and physical health naturally. So today we're going to be talking about heartburn. And if you're not one to take over-the-counter meds like Pepcid AC or Prilosec, well, here are 3 all-natural solutions that you can find in your grocery food store aisle. I'll cover how to take them, the type of indigestion, how it looks in your body, the cause of the indigestion, and why this solution works. There's more than one reason for any disease in Chinese medicine, so that means any solution is going to be individualized to your unique symptoms. And knowing what to look for means that you're going to be able to find the most suitable option for you. After you choose a good remedy, understanding the causes of your heartburn and indigestion gives you the opportunity to eliminate your heartburn and indigestion permanently. So let's get started. The first remedy is my personal favorite, fresh whole limes. Now, I don't recommend that you buy pre-squeezed lime juice because the process kills so much of the stuff you need in limes to make them effective. But to use limes is easy. Just cut the lime in half and squeeze the half of the lime into 8 ounces of water and drink it. And do this every day or whenever you feel any of the sensations of heartburn. And you can squeeze lime on salads, on meats, chicken, just about everything, and enhance the flavor while protecting your stomach and liver and reducing the inflammation. So limes help with indigestion and heartburn that is related to the function of the liver and gallbladder. And what type of heartburn and indigestion is that? Well, indigestion related to fatty and rich foods. You know, foods that are deep fried like French fries, or greasy like a sausage, or filled with cheese like pizza. All these foods can be hard on the gallbladder, and the thing is, it's not just foods that can cause indigestion. Emotions can also damage the function of the liver and gallbladder. And you might be wondering how emotions can be attached to a specific organ in the body. Well, in my episode on Min-Max Cooling the Body, what to do when your body can't cool off, this episode talks about when your body's thermostat isn't working correctly and you find yourself overheating on warm days and you're cold pretty much the rest of the time. And in this episode, I talk about research in Western medicine that's happened in just the last decade concerning emotions and organs in the body. So if you want more clarity on that, check out that episode. There's going to be a link in the video description below, or if you're on your computer or your phone, there should be a link popping up here in the corner. Why do limes work for heartburn? In Chinese medicine, foods with a sour taste has this protective effect on the liver. And you know what's really amazing is that recent Western research has shown that citric acid found in limes has a protective and anti-inflammatory effect on the liver and the brain. One of the differences between Chinese and Western medicine is that Chinese medicine discovered rules that you can memorize instead of having to do research on every sour tasting food out there. So here, the rule is that sour tasting foods have a protective and supportive effect on the liver and gallbladder. So there's causes of indigestion and why limes work, but what does it look like in the body? Well, this type of heartburn indigestion, it's going to be located in your upper abdomen. So it's going to be above the navel, below the sternum. And inflammation in this area causes bloating. It can get really tight in the area. You can get this burning sensation in your throat or in your upper abdomen. And ultimately, as this one progresses, it can feel like pressure in the head. It can increase your blood pressure, or it can cause this hideous pain that radiates towards your back. And when it gets really severe, you start wondering if it's heartburn or if you're having a heart attack. Okay, that's limes. So what's the next one? Apples. Remember the saying, an apple a day keeps a doctor away? Well, that's all it takes is an apple a day. Sounds too simple, right? But apples are amazing for almost any type of indigestion or heartburn, but especially good for gas getting trapped in the intestines. So if you drew a line across your navel, gas in the intestine usually feels like a sharp pain above this line. And guess what? You usually feel better after releasing gas. So, try apples instead of farting. I'm sure your family will appreciate it. So what causes this type of pain? Well, Western medicine identifies a number of reasons why this happens, but in clinic I've only seen 2 reasons. And the first is eating foods your body can't break down. And let me tell you, that starts to happen a lot as you get older. One of the reasons this can happen is the lack of resources to make the enzymes you need to break down these foods. And that can cause food sensitivities. If you want to get a deeper dive on food sensitivities and what you can do to identify them, check out my episode, Food Sensitivity and Intolerance, what it is and how to test for it. There you're going to find an inexpensive way that you can quickly identify food sensitivity so you don't have to do some huge elimination diet or spend hundreds of dollars. You get a quick read on your top offenders and you can start implementing their suggestions right away and start improving your health. What is the second most common cause that I see in clinic? Well, that's going to be gastroparesis, or the gradual slowing down of the intestines or paralysis of the intestines. So what that means is a food is transiting through the digestive tract slower, allowing it to ferment and create gas and pain. So the thing is with this, raw apples are not going to be your friend, but there's a lot of different reasons why you get gastroparesis, and one of the common causes they think is food sensitivities, where you're eating foods that cause inflammation throughout your digestive tract, and you've been doing that for so long. So why apples? Well, let's go back to taste. And apples have this sweet and sour taste. And remember, sour taste means that they would support the liver. And apples actually do support the liver. How so, you might ask? Well, this is going to get technical. So one of the key ways apples can help support the liver is because they contain betaine. And the liver has this enzyme, betaine homocysteine methyltransferase, which is a betaine-based enzyme. So what this enzyme does is it helps break down homocysteine, and homocysteine is produced when your body breaks down fats and meats. So betaine replaces that highly acidic hydrogen atom with an alkaline methyl group, which helps in the digestion of meats and fats. And if meats and fats are left in your intestines, they're going to ferment and cause gas. See why it's so much easier to remember that sour foods protect the liver? You don't really care about all that betaine stuff. You just really care about that pain in your digestive tract and that going away. The other way that apples help is fiber, and your intestines need fiber for peristalsis, or the ability to move food along the intestinal tract. Okay, that's the magic of apples. Let's go over one more, and I want to pick a unique one this time. One that you're not going to commonly see in the Western diet. So how about umeboshi? And I'm going to go over this one because I really like these plums. They're pickled plums and they're really sour and salty. So yeah, that just sounds delicious already, right? I was introduced to umeboshi when my mom went on macrobiotics, and this really tart, pungent flavor works great with bland foods. And if you remember from some of my Chinese nutritional videos, bland foods are really good at getting excess fluids out of the body. So this goes really good with those. And it's going to be foods like taro, rice, whitefish, chicken. You can eat 1 or 2 of these with each meal, and you just have to make sure to cut them open and take out the pit. Now, what you can do too is you can chop it up and mix it with whatever you're eating or cooking. And you can boil it in water and you can drink the water. Now, for some of you, there's going to be a problem with this one because it does have MSG. And I'm not sensitive to MSG, but if you are, this isn't going to work. And they also have the pickled plum as a dried powder, which you could use to replace salt. And I really wanted to do that. But every pickled plum powder I've found has aspartame, saccharin, or other artificial flavors in it. And if you're wondering if there might be a risk to artificial sweeteners, check out my episode, Food Labeling Part 3, Over 50, How Low-Calorie Sweeteners May Endanger Your Independence. Because I don't know about you, but I'm all about maintaining my independence as I age. So when I was younger, I used to use these instead of salt all the time, and I'm trying to start doing that again. And so here's the neat thing. Not only are you going to be helping your heartburn, but these also help your heart. So who knew, right?
So what kind of indigestion and heartburn does this help with? Well, you know, the gas and bloating kind where you feel kind of poofy. And you know what else it helps with? Diarrhea. Who knew, right? Here's the weird thing about foods that are kind of like Chinese herbs. Chinese herbs help bring you back into balance so they don't go too far one way or the other. So with these, with the umeboshi, it helps with diarrhea, but if you're constipated, it helps with that.
Here's an interesting fact. The tree that grows these plums can live over 1,000 years and still produce. More interesting facts. These plums can reduce Helicobacter pylori in the gut, which is the leading cause of stomach ulcers and is believed to cause stomach cancer. So just that alone makes it an amazing food. But the research on this plum also shows that it helps remove lactic acid buildup after a workout. And guess what? It improves your recovery time. So this is just like this little miracle food. It aids in the elimination of toxins, and some of you might find this interesting. It can be used as a hangover cure because it helps eliminate toxin. So it's sour, so you know it helps the liver. Well, that would make sense on the hangover thing. And you can't find this one just in any food store, so you pretty much have to get it at an Asian food market or online. But support your local Asian food markets.
Okay, there you have it. 3 awesome solutions that you can find in your grocery food store aisle that can help with indigestion and heartburn and can rebuild your body. So until next time, I'll catch you on the other side.